welcome back to Channel KRT, the podcast where we take a look at the best and worst of obscure media. I'm Kit Quinn, and you like jazz?
I'm Tyler Green, and I'm just saying, if any of you fuckers even thinks about making a wormy joke today, I got my fly swatter on hand.
I'm Randy Martin, and I dare you to fucking catch me.
Are you Tom Hanks or are you Leonardo DiCaprio?
That depends. How old is my girlfriend?
And joining us today is a very special guest. You know him as the host of Generation Change with Leo Finelli. Ladies and gentlemen, Leo Finelli.
Yay!
Hi.
Hey,
Welcome, welcome. How you doing today?
you got changed, Sonny. I'm sorry.
I'm really excited to be here. I have been a listener for many months before I decided to finally come on.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's good to have you. And we are talking about a very interesting show that, I'm not sure if Kit and Randy grew up with, but, I am very well I'm a little familiar with it. Jack's Big Music Show. So, Leo, what is your relationship with the show?
Well, it's actually a very almost special one because I want to take you back to January of 2008.
Mm-hmm.
I went to school. I was the weird autistic kid in my kindergarten class.
We were all the weird autistic kids.
Yeah.
You're going to fit in perfectly here.
This is a podcast for the weird autistic kids.
Goddamn
yeah.
right.
So I was reading at a level way above the other students, but I was doing social interaction at a level way below the other students. And there was this one day, I remember it well, the first day I was back from my winter break, and it was in January 2008. And after school, I don't remember the reason, I think it was a doctor's appointment, but my dad dropped me off at my grandmother's house, and my grandmother lived just up the street from me with my grandfather. And I was at her house, and I just, with nothing better to do, grabbed the remote, turned on the TV, looked for kids stuff that a 6-year-old like me would like, and ran across Jack's Big Music Show. And when I saw it, I loved what I saw so much that it immediately became my favorite show on TV.
Aw.
Which, it's a good show to pick, too. Unfortunately, this show only lasted one season.
Yeah, unfortunately it did. I think by the time I saw it, it was reruns, but I liked it especially because of one element we're going to get to later. And when I was little, I would often say that that day when I saw that show changed my life in a way, because this was probably the moment that children's TV became the best friend that I didn't have. And I don't think I would be considering myself an expert in this or even appearing on this podcast if not for what happened that day and what all came from that day.
You made a good choice, and I think you raised an excellent point in that, I feel like a lot of listeners can relate to submerging themselves into this very specific piece of media and just making it their entire personality. Which, there is nothing wrong with that. I've done it. All of us have done it. There's nothing wrong with it,
Sonic Kid here.
Well, it wasn't so much Jack's Big Music Show that I made my entire personality as it is one particular element of the show that I'm going to get to later when we get to the point in the episode.
Oh, I am excited to learn this, yeah.
This show came out when I was 10, so it was a little after my time. So I was occasionally watching stuff on Noggin because of having a younger brother, and I would occasionally come across stuff on there, and I think I saw a little bit of this show while channel surfing. So I remember thinking, yeah, it looks really cute. And learning that David Rudman was the creator of it was really cool because I'm a big Muppets fan and Sesame Street fan, so his voice is very recognizable for good reason because for anybody who doesn't know, he's the current performer of Cookie Monster, Baby Bear, the current performer of Scooter, Janice, quite a few puppet characters.
The moment I heard Jack, I immediately heard Humphrey that character from Sesame Street.
Hey, it's not Jack 1996, at least. So it's always really cool seeing a lot of the Muppet alumni branch off into their own projects, as this also includes Alice Deneen, who also worked on not just Sesame Street, but also The Puzzle Place, which is one of our first episodes.
Oh god, we need to do another Puzzle Place episode someday. It's been way too long.
You know, I recently discovered The Puzzle Place on YouTube and was surprised by how much I liked it.
It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
And
it.
the
Yeah.
older I've grown and kind of gotten more fascinated by the history of both puppet shows as well as preschool shows, it's been really cool to learn how many great people were involved with a lot of these shows, and especially the history of Noggin in particular, because it was a really neat channel to have.
Yeah, Noggin was pretty good. You know, it had both this and I don't know if I should say this other channel name on air. The N.
Oh yeah.
That's a name.
Oh, the
Yeah.
end was my shit. It sounded better around the time it came out. They're trying to make it was a very like, classical millennial type of trying to be hip, the end.
Also, since we're talking about Noggin shows, KRT on Happy Happy When.
Oh, God. I know that show was totally real.
You know what we need to do, which I'm pretty sure people have actually requested this. We need to do the Upside Down show. The Upside Down show fucking ripped.
Yes, that show was canceled way too soon.
I remember the name of the Upside Down show, but not the actual show. But I will tell you, because we're talking about Noggin, from Jack's Big Music Show came kind of long hours of watching Noggin in general at my grandmother's house in that living room on
Yes.
usually on Sundays, but then on Fridays when I would go over by myself and homeschool with her. Unfortunately, my grandmother, Deanie Torville, is dead now. She died of a cardiac arrest in January
I'm so
2021,
sorry.
and I miss her dearly.
Mhm.
I know she would be laughing out loud if she heard me on this talking about a subject that I love to talk about with her.
Aw,
Uh,
poor.
it'd be full circle for you.
So, as I was saying, also, for the longest time, though, for some reason, anytime I came across this show, I thought it aired on Disney Channel, mostly because I was associating it with the other show that aired on Playhouse Disney / Disney Junior, Bunny Town, that David Rudman made.
Bunny Town, let me see, that looks familiar.
Has a very similar style to Jack's Big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a cute looking show.
Never heard of
I
it.
think it was one of those shows that aired like a season and then Disney Channel just forgot about it because I have next to no memory of it.
Yeah, it was kind of that in-between period from when they were switching from Playhouse Disney to Disney Junior, which I miss Clay. Bring him back.
Oh god, justice for Clay.
David Rudman also has a production company called Spiffy Pictures, which I believe has, let's see, what other shows they've worked
Spiffy
on.
Pictures, let me see. Oh, yeah, there's that cute little style you got.
Oh, wow, they also helped produce that Scooby-Doo movie where they were all puppets.
The most recent one that they've done is Don Quixote, which is supposed to be sort of like a reboot of the Neighborhood of Make-Believe segments with the character Don Quixote.
Wait a minute. If the donkey's name is Don Quixote, then why isn't the panda named Sancho Panda?
Yeah.
Yes. So as you can probably tell by my shouting out of the Upside Down show, I watched Noggin well past my age group, at least until I was like 10 or so. So I would catch episodes of this show on occasion, and I do like it a little bit. I did, enjoy it. One of the episodes I remember the most was the one that had Jon Stewart and Steve Burns on it, which was the
Yes.
Groundhog Day.
Wait, they did a Groundhog Day episode? I never saw that one.
Okay, campers, rise and shine, and don't forget your booties, cause it's cold out there.
It's cold out there every day. What is this, Miami Beach?
Not hardly.
No Bill Murray, probably. I don't think Bill Murray was in the Jack's Big Music Show Groundhog Day episode.
I wouldn't be shocked if Jack's Big Music Show was able to get Stephen Tobolowsky or Brian Doyle Murray, though, because they've been on Nickelodeon, so
Oh god, imagine if they did.
they could get the Flying Dutchman to appear. I mean, Noggin is a Nickelodeon channel.
I like Brian Doyle Murray except in Frosty Returns.
Oh, God.
Amen.
Yeah.
I pretty much have the same history as Kit, It's like a mix of Kit and Tyler's, where it's like I was kind of, enjoying Noggin content a little past my age, to be doing that, but in my defense, I could excuse it with, I had preschool siblings that were also watching it.
I like how as a kid, my life was basically that one Arthur episode where he's ashamed to like a kid's show. And then as an adult, I'm like, hell yeah, I like kids' shows. So what?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wait, was this the episode where he watched the Love Ducks?
Yes.
I've seen that one.
Yes.
In all fairness, I am 99% sure in universe there's a version of us talking about the Love Ducks right now. So change my mind.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I wonder what my, like, weirdly photorealistic Arthur Sona would be.
Oh god, if Mary Moo Cow is their Barney, are we no escape from Mary Moo Cow in that universe?
Absolutely.
Huzzah.
Anyway, fan art of us and our Arthur Sonas. Get on it.
Hell yeah.
The funny thing is, too, I was enjoying both sides of the coin. What I loved about the end is that it introduced me to some classic live-action Nick shows, and it also introduced me to Daria, which I still love.
I will say about the end, when they started showing all that reruns, it helped me realize that, hey, all that actually was good, and it was only the first 6 seasons.
Oh, yeah, it introduced me to that, too. God bless the end. One of the greatest things Nick ever came up with. I've been trying to watch as much Degrassi as I can, too. The high school where everything that could go wrong does go wrong.
Drake was on Degrassi.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He got shot. He survived, but he got shot.
And that's where he peaked.
Oh.
But anyway.
So I was loving both sides of the coin. And I remember even like thinking, even as a child in like 2005, 2006, I was like, this feels very dated to the era. And then I look back at it and I'm like, if you told me this was made in 2005, I would have said 2005 right before you did.
Actually, another fun fact about this show, so the characters are apparently named after the characters from the Jack Benny program.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
So Jack is named after Jack Benny, Mary is named after Mary Livingstone, and Mel is named after Mel Blanc from the Jack Benny show. So, hey.
Yeah, Mel Blanc, his most famous role, The Jack Benny Show.
You're right. His most famous role is his deleted role from Pinocchio.
I heard he did like a few, obscure cartoon voices here and there.
The American Express card. Don't leave home without it. That's all, folks.
So one more thing I remember about Noggin is that they actually used to air classic Sesame Street on there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. I know they also had that Play With Me Sesame show, which was like a spinoff with like
Yeah.
4 of the characters.
It was weird enough seeing Sesame Street on a non-PBS channel, but to have it be on Nickelodeon by extension was
Yeah.
surreal.
And then having the games on like Noggin.com, which was the shit.
I remember Noggin.com.
Oh yeah, Noggin.com was great. All right, so that's pretty much it for our relationships.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, if we're talking about Noggin, I'll take any chance to gas up the end.
Hell yeah.
Can we stop calling it that? Can we just call it Teen Nick?
We'll call it the Degrassi channel. So the episode that we're talking about today is called Bug Love, which was actually the 6th episode ever aired. And so it's an episode where Jack learns to get over his fear of bugs.
Ah, good
Yeah.
for him. Just like me, for real, for real.
So the episode started with him and Mel, the dog, playing with this sound machine that looked a lot like a Dr. Seuss machine.
Yeah, that's what I like about this show, is that the production design is kind of halfway between Sesame Street-like and Seuss-like. So, the full marriage of that, of course, is the webulous world of Dr. Seuss.
Hell yeah.
And it's like also kind of like in a production style similar to the SpongeBob musical, which I know jumping way ahead in the Nickelodeon timeline, but like, it's supposed to look cheap in like an endearing way.
Yeah.
In like a way that really works.
And I really love the designs of both the shed as well as the instruments as well. And the puppets look really cute as well.
Okay, so one thing that this video that you linked us forgot was the intro and the outro with like, I don't know what material this is, like some plastic jack like awkwardly like shuffling in and out of the clubhouse. I was like, wait.
Which they use again in the end of the episode.
Yeah,
which we
because
won't
like
spoil
I was
yet,
like
but-
watching the ending and I'm like, wait a minute. I remember they had, the whole song at the end, so I looked it up on YouTube, but the little waddling plastic jack just broke me.
Oh God, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm watching it right now. This is so fucking weird.
It's so fucking funny.
What was the point of including that in the beginning?
I don't know, but
Why?
I'm so glad they did. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
The puppet designs, they were very distinctive. I wouldn't
Oh, yeah.
say I liked them, but I would say they were done with skill.
Yeah.
And you can definitely sense the touch of a professional Muppeteer at work.
I would not call these character designs generic. They have their own kind of personality to them. For example, I didn't actually notice Jack's kind of like green hair until rewatching this for the first time.
I also really love Mel's design. He's a good boy.
Yeah.
Oh God, Mel is so
He
cute.
is.
Yeah.
But, I got to bring this up. I got to bring up the obligatory, why is Mel a regular dog, but Jack and Mary are anthropomorphic question?
Oh, don't start up the Pluto Goofy question again.
But it's fun, Randy. It's fun. It's fun to make people's brains melt out of their ears.
This is a children's show, for God's sakes.
I actually didn't even realize they were animals. I thought they were just kind of like their own creatures, but
Yeah, that's what I like about that. You don't really think of them as animals, technically, even though they have animalistic features, which, yeah, that's the word I just made up. Animalistic.
Oh no, animalistic is actually a word.
I could have told you that.
There you go. But when I was a kid, for some reason, I thought they were all mice and that the dog was like a dog mouse.
Yeah, I could maybe see that. Oh God, it's like Cats 2019 where they just have tiny mice children. And I don't want. Okay, maybe I shouldn't get too much into that.
Arguably a low point of Taylor Swift's career.
Ah,
Oh, thank God she's a superstar now. She doesn't have to do shit like that anymore.
Instead, she goes to football games.
What is it with football? Everywhere you go, football. Go there, football. Football, football, football. Like, what the fuck?
Mel made this invention where basically he can make loud sounds quieter and quieter sounds louder with kind of like this trombone looking device, and it's actually really cute. I love that this show is kind of finding ways to make music more interesting in ways that it's really something.
Yes, but also congratulations, you made a Seussical contraption that's basically just the volume button.
it reminds me a lot of those little speaker phones that they used to put in parks, like those ones you would talk into, and then the sound would come out another one.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, it's the Talk Boy.
Yeah.
Howdy do. This is Peter McAllister, the father.
Kevin McAllister would love this device. But anyway, so another really cool thing about this show is that it helps teach kids not just about instruments and how music works, but also about a lot of music history as well, because a lot of the songs in here are based on a lot of currently existing songs from both musicals, nursery rhymes, as well as a few movies as well, because I see oh my God, they had one that sounded like "Let's all go to the lobby," so that's really cool.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves a treat.
My little brother works at a movie theater. Oh, wait, he's going to be so angry that I called him my little brother. He's my younger brother. I keep forgetting to stop calling him that.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
Oh,
We can't go to the lobby anymore because intermissions are dead. Sit there and hold your pee. Sit there and hold your pee. Sit there and hold your pee.
This isn't an invitation to piss on the floor, you sick fuck.
For 2 more hours.
You can always piss in your Dune popcorn bucket.
Oh, God.
That's a little too kinky, even for me.
Sandworms. You hate them, right? I hate them myself.
So I do believe that kind of the idea of Mel being a dog who invents stuff was kind of like a recurring thing in the series.
Can I point out that when they said Mel invented it, I was thinking, wait a minute. He could invent the sound switcher thingy, but he can't speak in comprehensible human language.
Yeah.
Ain't no rule that says a dog can invent musical instruments.
Or feed himself, or use a bathroom.
It's like, this dog is a genius, for God's sake. They gotta get him into, like, a lab or something.
See, this is what I'm saying. Dogs are selectively smart when it benefits them, and selectively stupid when it also benefits them.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Kipper probably has the cure for COVID, but he's hiding it.
Kipper probably has the cure for COVID, but he will still push his ball under the dresser and cry because he can't get it.
Oh, Kipper.
Yeah, why do you keep doing that, buddy?
Sky and Scarlet, meanwhile, share a brain cell. So good for them.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Bundy's just vibing. He's just on the couch doing his own thing. Thoughts empty.
Oh boy.
Kipper's just neurotic.
Okay, so back to this. So I do love the song that showcases loud and quiet noises.
The song that showcases the loud and quiet noises sounds a lot like All the Small Things by Blink-182.
Kinda, yeah.
That's what I said
Oh
too.
my
in my
God.
notes. Oh my god.
I was gonna say that and Blitzkrieg Bop with the hey ho's going on in song.
Yeah, I could see that.
You can make a sound and take it up or down. You can sing it loud or you can sing it soft. Just go, hey!
Ho!
Ho! Hey!
Ho!
Ho!
I wouldn't be shocked if they put it in there to kind of teach kids about those songs as well. I will say though, please don't go up to random people and say, hey, ho, in public.
You could argue there's a little bit of the best damn thing in there, too.
There we go.
Just because Mike Myers in a cat suit did it doesn't mean it's okay.
Dirty hoe!
That said, when you see Mel on the drums in the beginning of the song, I was fully expecting the drums to actually just turn into bongos when they become quiet, but that doesn't happen.
Also, I don't know why, but I really love that little motion they do when they're saying, come in. It looks
Oh, yeah. It's so cute because they do the head nod in unison. That's very Muppet-like.
Well, actually, because of how much I watched that show when I was little, whenever the doorbell rang at my house or my grandmother's house, I would always go, come in, just like that.
aw. That's cute.
Yes, I love that.
I always love whenever you can see the inside of Muppet's mouth. It's just
Our mouths are a black void, and that's okay.
yay! So Mary comes in and tells Jack that she's going to introduce him to some very special friends of hers, and then I was half expecting the bugs to just fly into the window out of nowhere.
Yeah, because what happens is they knock on the door, and Jack looks down, he sees the bugs. I was fully expecting it to go like this, where Jack walks over, you hear a squish, and he goes, well, where is it, Mary? And she says, on your shoe, Jack.
Little poots! Oh dear.
Not the little poots.
Yeah.
Thing is, I think if bugs actually looked like that, I think a lot less people would be afraid of them. And yet here's Jack
Yes!
being terrified of the cutest fucking things you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, these bug puppets are fucking adorable with their curly noses. They're just so cute. Why would you be scared of these?
It's like a
Yeah.
cartoon bug.
Yeah.
They remind me a little of moths.
Moths,
Yeah.
which are like just the cutest fucking. If you look at a moth's face up close, you will see that it's actually cuter than a fucking butterfly. I will die on this
Yeah.
hill. People give moths shit because, like, you know, they're kind of dull colored. They're kind of gross with like the dust that comes off. They like eat your fucking clothes and shit. But
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they are. I can't hate them.
yeah,
I love Jack's face when he saw the bugs, that little scrunch he did. It reminded me of the Kerbit scrunch.
Yeah.
oh my god, the puppet scrunch. I love the puppet scrunch.
Bugs.
It was so
Oh man.
and then we cut into another song that involves people. Out of curiosity, did the people show up as themselves, or was it always like different segments?
So the song that happens next, we go into it when Mel hits the little xylophone keys on his music video playing machine.
Oh.
So I guess Mel is a VJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Mel, you could just pull this shit up on your iPod Nano. It'd be no problem, but you know, that's not as cool.
So the video is, the band who recorded this is Rebecca Fretza and Big Truck.
That's a
Ooh,
name.
The reason I know that they're called that is because I looked it up when I was 6 and found out that's who they were.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the show doesn't really make it a point to actually like have subtitles on the bottom of the screen tell you who this is, kind of like a music video, which I kind of think is, you know, a little disappointing.
Well, that's the irony, because the live action music video segments were the reason I loved this show so much, and I would just sit through the Jack puppet parts to see those.
I couldn't completely hate it. It was reminding me a little of Yo Gabba Gabba, so I was like, I kind of dig this, but I get it.
This was kind of a subgenre for Nick Jr. shows back in the day where it would be like shows interspersed with like tiny music videos like this and Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yeah, and I think the Fresh Beat Band as well.
The Fresh Beat Band was all live action.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, the Fresh Beat Band was a little bit after my time, so.
Yeah, mine too.
No, it was right during my time, though.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
One thing I hated about this song was when they're doing the whispery buzz noises. It's just triggering my fucking misophonia. It's just
Yeah, I could have done without that. That was like, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, can we point out that at one point, one of the kids dangles the antenna of another kid's bee costume, and at another point, one of the kids, punches the camera. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, I did, yeah.
This is like one hardcore music video for a fucking Noggin show.
But meanwhile, the whole time, Rebecca Fretza is just singing and playing the guitar, and Rebecca's wearing these pipe cleaner antenna that I hope she asked to wear.
Yeah.
Because I really don't like to think about the director going like, okay, Rebecca, put on these little pipe cleaner antenna for the kids. You're going to look ridiculous, but the kids are going to love it.
I remember when I saw her at Ozfest, I was in the pit for Buzz, 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 and shit got intense.
Also, was it just me or did one of the guys in the band just look like Steve Harwell from Smash Mouth?
He did a little.
Maybe it was. Maybe it was a little side gig for him.
I love the guy on the sax, though. He's clearly having the time of his life.
Yeah, that's him. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Let's face it, anyone playing a saxophone is having the time of their life.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bill Clinton do not interact.
I will still say, although I agree with you that this song is very annoying, I would still go to a Rebecca Fretza concert unironically.
Hell yeah.
At age 22.
Be careful in that mosh pit, I'm telling you right now.
As long as it doesn't turn into Woodstock, we'll be okay.
Which one? That depends.
Wait a minute. What kind of food and drinks would they have in the mosh pit of a children's band concert?
Dunkaroos.
I would imagine it's like that one Simpsons bit where Marge takes Maggie to the Roofie concert and it's like a baby Woodstock where all the kids are just like getting high and shit.
Oh my god, I got freaking wasted off Capri Suns there.
I got wasted off of Otter Pops.
So yeah, Rebecca Frezza is still going as of 2024. So
Good for her.
good for her.
Good for her.
Actually, she's a yoga teacher too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and so then we cut back to somehow Jack is hiding in the tuba, which I feel like would just be claustrophobic as hell.
I am not coming out!
I don't know, tuba could be cozy.
When he was hiding in the tuba, I was fully expecting him to somehow mistake it for the large and small machine. He would just fucking shrink. And the bugs would just gather around and make his fear so fucking worse.
Oh, God.
Here's an easy solution. Oh, you're not coming out?
Yeah. Mary does not respect Jack's boundary.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah.
When Jack says he's afraid, Mary needs to listen to him. But instead, Mary is telling him that his fear does not matter, that his anxiety is ridiculous,
Yes.
and recruits Mel to blow him out of the tuba against
Phrasing.
his will.
Yeah, it's
So he can face a fear he does not want to face.
Well, great. Not only does he have a fear of bugs, but now he has a fear of being yeeted out of a tuba.
yeah.
Which, by the way, I love that even the non-Muppet shows can supply Muppet yeeting.
Hell yeah.
See, like, if he was being a dick and saying, I want to squish your beloved pets, I could see, being a dick in return to him, but he's just scared.
Yeah, like, I get trying to help your friend face their fear, but, like, at this point, you're kind of just rubbing the fear in their nose and trying to make it go away, like that 1 Billion Mandy episode with the clowns.
Oh, God, yeah.
You gotta start with bugs that, like, nobody is afraid of, like a caterpillar or something.
Which, yes, I do believe that Jack would have an inner frat boy.
Just because someone looks different than you or thinks differently than you doesn't mean you should be afraid of them. It means you should be angry at them. How dare they be different? What? My way of life ain't good enough for them!
I do appreciate that this episode teaches kids, hey, bugs are important, and it's okay to be afraid of them, but it's also important to recognize that they do serve a purpose, but also it's like, there's a better way to work somebody into helping their fear,
Instead of just, like, forcing them into it, Why don't you just gradually, like, try to push them towards it a little bit? Like, kind of just put a helping hand out there at least.
How much do you want to bet that this episode was banned in Australia, like that Peppa Pig episode where they said spiders aren't scared? Because in Australia, it's like, no, you need to be scared of the bugs here.
Also, Mary, I know you want to help people like bugs and all, but you really don't need to be kissing bugs. They're dirty. They've been on the ground.
Yeah, that skeeves me out. Yeah.
No.
Like, imagine all the fucking diseases you're gonna get kissing a bug. If you kiss a wasp, your lips are gonna probably fucking combust.
Like, yes, I would love my boyfriend even if he was a worm, but come on.
They call me Dr. Worm.
Good morning.
Stop that. You're not going into a song while I'm here.
Hey, Jack, look at this Asian giant horn that I found. Isn't it cute?
No. Jack, meet my friend Wormy.
No. I'm just assuming that's how Jack got his fear. He saw that episode and just noped the fuck out.
Which I'd understand.
Wait, how can Jack watch other shows on the same channel that he's on?
A wizard did it. Jake, owe me a Coke. Anyway, so this is where we get introduced to the Schwartzman Quartet, who are also actually named after characters on the Jack Benny show, the Sportsman Quartet.
Not to be confused with the guys from Phantom Planet.
Also, the Schwartzman Quartet is what I call 2023 because there were 4 prominent Jason Schwartzman roles. There we go.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, so they have a really good song. I love the Bugs Are Really Swell song.
Bugs are really swell. Bugs are really swell. Nothing to be scared of because bugs are really swell.
I love that initially Jack is like singing along with the group, which is really cool. That is a good way to help him get over his fear. But then later on, he snaps out of it. And he realizes the bugs are on him and he just freaks the fuck out.
Okay, Tyler, let me know if this works on you. I'm just going to do that song, see if it works on you. Bugs are really swell. Bugs are really swell. Bugs are really swell. You good yet? Bugs are really swell. Bugs are really swell.
Okay, let's sing about all of our fears in that song. Being homeless is really swell. Being homeless is really swell.
And welcome to this week's episode of Channel KRT, where you will learn a little bit too much about us.
Yay.
I was going to say what my fear is really swell, but I can't because I might actually go to jail if I say that.
Duck boats are really swell. Duck boats are really swell.
Tyler, would you feel differently about this song if I pointed out to you that it's to the tune of The Farmer in the Dell, which you said on the Grandpa's Magical Toys episode was one of your least favorite kids' public domain songs?
You know what? Yeah, I am kind of indifferent to this song, but their voices are so smooth. I can't not hate their voices.
Not to mention, there's just better lyrics to this song than Farmer in the Dell.
It's repetitive, yes, but it has a point in this episode, at least.
I hate that this is by John Stamos, but the only version of Farmer in the Dell I like is from that Full House episode where he says, hunka hunka stinky cheese, Farmer in the Dell.
Okay, come on.
It's stuck in my head.
You know
now.
what? Get in the closet. Get in the wrong closet.
Yay.
Get in the cancel closet. You're grounded.
It's stupid, but I can't help it.
Get in the council closet with the hunka hunka stinky cheese.
There, Randy made the joke funny.
Can we just lock Stamos in there forever?
Well, no, he just goes in the dumpster.
Yay! Anyway, so then we cut another song, which I honestly wasn't a big fan of, the I Like You, You Like Me song.
What's this got to do with bugs?
Yeah, so Lori Berkner is pretty much kind of a regular on this show where she basically appeared in every episode. So my assumption was that the producers were kind of like, this song has nothing to do with bugs, but Lori Berkner threatened to burn the studio down if we didn't let her sing for the 20th time, so
Why are you talking about Lori Berkner like this? She was my 6-year-old icon!
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, well, no hate to Lori Berkner. She is a great musician.
But you don't know, and this is not a joke. Like, when I saw Lori Berkner, Lori was the reason I watched this show. I would not watch this if Lori wasn't on it.
Aw.
Really?
I like Lori so much that I invited her to play my 7th birthday party at the pool.
Oh my God.
And yeah, one Sunday night, February 2008, I think my mom was watching the Oscars, and my dad and I go into the computer office we have back in his room at our old house in Columbia, South Carolina, and we wrote an email for Lori's manager asking her to come down here to play my party. And then the next day at school, I walked right into the classroom and told all my kindergarten classmates that Lori was going to be at my party. And about a week later, like, we got an email from Lori's manager saying that she wouldn't show up, but me and my grandmother alike would sit through all the rest of the stuff on this show just to see Lori. And I may be biased here, but that's a cute song.
Yeah,
I don't hate it.
I'm sure that she has a lot of other good songs. This song in particular, it was fine. It was just kind of a little, not really for me. Also, there was one lyric that kind of confused me where they were like,
I eat soup, you eat stew.
Wouldn't salad make more sense as an opposite?
Isn't that basically the same thing?
Lori needed to say stew to make it rhyme.
True. Maybe like something that rhymed with soup or
Lots of things rhyme with salad, like shit, what rhymes with
Now we're ready for a salad of the kind that sings a ballad.
A Michael Bolton salad? Yeah.
Lori's operating at a 5-year-old vocabulary, so even if there are words that rhyme with salad, a 5-year-old would probably have to run to the dictionary to find out what they meant and miss the rest of the show.
True. I love that there's now a running gag of Jack just hiding himself in the instruments, that now he's just hiding in the piano.
It kind of reminds me of this All That sketch that happened where Katrina Johnson was like a Girl Scout and she would like try to like harass people to like buy cookies from her, and one of the places she hid in was the piano.
All I could think of was the cat concerto.
Oh God.
He's gonna start playing Atchison, Topeka in the Santa Fe.
I had a John Denver album when John Denver would sing that song.
A piano hid my brother, I don't know.
I seen the movie that song came from, and it was really good. Judy Garland has a gun in that movie.
Good for her.
Hell yeah. Somewhere over the range. I don't know. But anyway, so then the bugs decide that they'll start playing music to help Jack warm up to them. And I'm like I said, if all my fears just started playing a really cool song, then maybe I'd get over them.
You know, when I was afraid of Mr. Mike from Toy Story as a kid, he did play music, but I was still terrified of him. What the hell?
To be fair, he wasn't the one singing. It was Wheezy.
Well, yeah. It still counts, though.
I was terrified of the Willy Wonka tunnel as a kid, and honestly, it's terrifying as an adult.
In other news, the sun came up today.
Yay.
I mean, as an adult now, I love things that are terrifying, but as a kid, I was like, it took me like half a year to get the courage to watch the rest of that movie.
My oddly specific phobia that I'm accidentally going to type something and it's going to summon like a demon, like username 666. Just play some jazz music and we'll be good.
But yeah, I feel like this is the way they should have gone to begin with, was just playing music and gradually getting Jack into what they're doing rather than like forcing him head on into his fears, you know?
And so then he goes into the sound machine and it shrinks him. Sure, why not?
Before this, all we saw the machine do was make sound softer and louder. But this is the first time we see the machine shrink anything. There is no precedent in this episode for the machine actually shrinking a physical object. So when it happens, it kind of catches you off guard.
I'm kind of assuming that what happened here is, you know, Jack kind of bit the bullet, and his process of shrinking was him just meticulously crawling into the tube until it like crushed his body.
Oh God.
So it must have been very painful.
You think it's painful having your molecules rearranged like that so drastically?
Absolutely.
Or Wayne Zelinsky made this machine and Mel just stole it from him.
Also, yet another Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer message. Anything that personally disgusts me is only good if it can provide me with entertainment. Homophobes watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
Ah!
But you kind of figured out an interesting point here, because when you said that, in hindsight, I kind of feel like when I told all my classmates about Lori Berkner coming to my birthday party, thinking she was going to, in hindsight, I kind of feel like that was like a Rudolph moment going through my head there, because I'm like, this is it. This is when I'm gonna finally prove to these kids that I'm not the weird kid, I'm the cool kid.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Lori Berkner's coming to my party. Am I so weird now?
Yeah. Well, for what it's worth, you are the cool kid to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I like hearing that from you.
Oh, of course.
That's what's great about the internet. You find people who like the stuff you like.
Hell yeah. And also, for some reason, I thought the rest of the episode was going to be about Jack being shrunk down and he was just going to have to deal with that. So I was like, oh, that's where it ends.
Anyway, I'm terrified to press the volume button now. What if I turn down my volume and then I turn down me?
I love their last song they performed. That's a great song.
Ironically, that was my least favorite song.
That's fair. And also when he mentions, oh, I can't go to soccer practice like this. And I was like, oh man, imagine if he forgot and he just went all the way to soccer practice and then he had to play.
The ball would kill him.
Yeah, he would get smushed.
Going back to what I said earlier, Mary just probably accidentally steps on him.
Series finale.
Man, that was a short run.
Something I forgot to mention about the bugs is that they looked a little like the honkers from Sesame Street the more I look at them.
Oh, you noticed that too, yeah.
Yeah, it's a cute design choice.
Isn't David Rudman also one of the honkers?
Oh.
Maybe that's where he got the idea.
Yeah, I think he is.
That's neat.
You know what would have been so hilarious, but also kind of fucked up? So, Jack goes through the shrinking machine now that he's no longer afraid of the bugs. He gets in, he looks up at the bugs, wormy face.
He just dies right then and there out of shock.
Well, Jack's dead.
But yeah, that last song was really cute.
It was.
Ironically, it was my least favorite song in the show. I'm quickly realizing that your feelings about the songs are almost the exact opposite of mine, with the possible exception that we both found the Buzz 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 Bee song really annoying.
Oh.
Yeah. But you know, that's the fun of the show. It's always kind of fun seeing what elements work for some people and what elements work for others. It's always neat. And in a way, I feel like, even if I'm not a fan of all the songs in this episode, I feel like in a way they'll all teach kids something about music history. So that's really cool, if nothing else.
I liked it. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because the arts and music are always the first thing they cut
Oh, yeah.
when funding schools. So we need shows that teach them that like this.
Absolutely. And
yes.
In fact, I might have mentioned this before. I used to play piano for almost a decade.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am a piano prodigy, essentially.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I can listen to a song twice and know how to play it on the piano and know what notes to hit to make the necessary noises.
Holy shit.
Yes.
I can't read sheet music, but I can play any song on the piano after listening to it twice. I have had this ability since I was like 2 or 3.
That's so cool.
How do you get that ability? What wizard do you people talk to get that ability?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just an autism thing, but I did have the opportunity about 2 years ago to quite memorably share these talents with a 16-time Grammy Award winner.
Who?
David Foster, the guy who wrote all those songs for Celine Dion and Josh Groban and Andrea Bocelli.
Oh, holy shit.
Holy
Yo.
shit.
Holy
No
shit.
fucking way.
That's so awesome.
I met David Foster.
Oh my
That's
god.
insane.
That's so
If it helps, I met
cool.
Nora Jones.
Hell yeah.
I met her at a School of Rock thing a long time ago. Very, very nice. Yeah.
I met Harry Connick Jr.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You told us about that.
Yeah.
I met Anthony Daniels, C-3PO, but that's another story.
Oh, yeah.
That's so cool. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Just wait till Kit and Randy tell you their con stories.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
We've met Joey Fatone. We've met Barry Bostwick. We've met Meatloaf, rest in peace. I forgot her name, but we met the woman who played Columbia in Rocky Horror.
Oh, yeah. Oh, also, Urkel.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Motherfucking Jaleel White. Oh,
Hell yeah.
great.
Woo.
I hugged Urkel.
Fuck yes.
Kids, there's nothing more cool than being hugged by someone you like.
The video of the episode, did it also end with a I didn't for anybody else?
Yeah, it did. What was up with that?
I think somebody recorded it off of their TV, so maybe they said that. It jump scared me at first. I was like
And the bugs had fun too.
I didn't.
Yeah, it seemed like this episode was literally recorded off of Amazon Prime.
probably, yeah, because
Yeah.
YouTube would probably be a stickler if they tried to upload it
Well, I'll give it this. It made it much easier for us to watch this.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, for Jack's big music show in general, but especially this episode, do we keep the tapes, put them in the donation box, or burn the tapes? I think I know the answer, but Leo?
Lori Berkner and Rebecca Fretza, but put everything else in the donation box.
Fair.
Yeah,
valid.
Fair.
I'll say keep the tapes. Overall, I had a good time with this. This was a fun little episode, and this is just a really cute show all around. So, like I said, it came a little after my time, so I don't know how much more I'd watch if I wasn't like sitting with a kid or if I was watching it with someone else. But overall, it's still really cute, and I wouldn't mind watching more if I got the chance.
Yeah, I liked it. It was great.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the donation box. While this is something I definitely would have loved, like, as a kid myself, I remember when it came out and rewatching it now, I was like, the pacing just kind of feels, like, weird to me. This feels like We Sing, but if it was, like, actually appealing to look at, you know?
Yeah, I mean, We Sing Marvelous Music Mansion was appealing to look at.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
agree.
Yeah, but there's value to be had in this show, so yeah, I am gonna put it in the donation box, but I'm gonna do it with love and care.
Exactly. It'll go to someone who loves it.
Yeah. I think it's going to be the same for me. A donation box, it's a cute show, good way to pass, 20 minutes, but essentially it's just kind of not for me,
Yeah. I will say, though, I feel like I'm giving everything a keep the tapes these days because I'm like, we gotta protect them from greedy corporations that want to write them off for tax purposes.
Unironically, yes.
You know what? It's okay. Some things just need to burn.
Okay, fair. All of the bad Christian films we reviewed, for instance.
Oh, yeah. Although Bible Man was pretty solid, I'm not gonna lie.
That one was the only one that felt like it wasn't made to be hateful, so yeah, that one can stay.
God, yes.
And it actually had, like, some decent production value. It kicked ass. Like,
hell yeah.
If you showed me this right as I was beginning to question shit, I probably would have become a Christian again.
Evil Randy.
Evil
man.
Randy.
But yeah, Leo, thank you so much for joining us, man. This was a lot of fun.
It really was.
Yeah, this was so much fun.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
Well, I would just like to plug my podcast, Generation Change with Leo Finelli, which is available wherever you get your podcasts. And I would also like to let everybody know that I have a forthcoming self-published book.
Oh, congrats.
Hell yeah. That's so cool. What's it going to be titled?
I don't know yet. I'm still revising it, but it will be self-published this year.
Hell yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, congrats, man. I'm happy for you.
You can find me somewhere. I am staying off social media these days, but if you do need to reach me, I'm on Mission Breakout on Discord. I'm still active at points on Twitter as Mission Breakout. I'm active on Blue Sky as Mission Breakout as well. Muppet Vision 3D on Letterboxd. And you can also find me trying to get Lori Berkner to perform for our podcasts now.
Yay!
There we go.
Yeah.
So I am completely rebranding my entire internet presence. I am now Neon Tales. I'm not going to tell you what website it is. Go find it yourself. I'm sending you on a wild goose chase.
Yay.
Randy, reboot arc. Let's go.
Yes. Eventually, I hope I can begin to get into making my own shit, get into maybe doing some streaming and stuff. Until then, it is just shit posting. Anyway, I gotta go. I have waffling practice to do. Let me just get my little plastic model waddling over.
Yay.
Yay.
Mom, you won't believe the shit I just did today.
Anyway, you can find me on the usual spots. Tyler FG on Twitter. Tyler FG96 on Instagram. You can also find the show on Twitter at channel_KRT. Channel KRT podcast, all one word, on Instagram. We also have our Discord server and our Facebook group, which you can find in the link tree in our Twitter bio. And if you want to help support us, we have two options. First off, we have Patreon, where we have exclusive minisodes, outtakes, and episodes of this very podcast at its earliest convenience. And we also have Ko-Fi, where we have said exclusive minisodes at $5 a pop. And if you just want to donate money to us, you can just do that if you want to. And of course, thank you so much to our pals Bennett Ballard, Chris Reyna, and Tony Goldmark for pledging to us the $10 level. And of course, thank you to our executive producers, Gomer and Mike.
Alrighty, channel KRT, buzz to static.
Yay!
Oh god, there's bees everywhere!
Why are there always bees when people kiss?
Kit, why did you let the bees out?
It's because the Jason Statham said to. Go see The Beekeeper in theaters. No, I haven't seen it, and I don't know if it's actually good. I'm just like, oh well.
Shut up. Shut up? Why, cite me. You don't think I'm the kind that would keep blabbing. Some people never know when to stop. When I'm told to shut up, I shut up. Shut up, shutting up.